Hello, hello, hello. It's Christy with Junk Journal Boss, and today I am wanting to show you guys how to make mini books. I haven't done this in a long time, so it's going to be me kind of relearning and figuring things out. But it's going to be really fun. But before that, I want to let you know that we have new products in our Etsy shop. I can show you some of them, I believe. I'm not sure if we have this one just yet, but this is my latest. And this one's called Wildflowers and Waves. And it's just so cute. I absolutely love it. It comes with all this ephemera and all tags and all sorts of other kinds of ephemera, these little circle badge thingies. I just love this whole thing, and I can't wait for you to make it and then show me how you did it. So go over to the shop. I can't remember if it's junkjournalboss.etsy.com or etsy.junkjournalboss.com, but anyway, you can always just do a search for Junk Journal Boss, and it will ask you, if you meant to search for the store or whatever. Let me know if you need help finding that, and I will send that to you. Also, Ezra has some things coming up for let's see, for March, and he's doing the what are these called? Also, Ezra has some things coming up. I'm trying to see if I can find one real quick, but for March, and he's doing, here's some. What are these called? Well, here's one anyway. The other one was stubborn coming out. So this is the flower, the birth flower and birthstone folio that Ezra made, and it comes with all of these things, and also stuff to make signatures, stuff to make a bookmark, and it's really great. So if you are a January baby, this one would be the one you'd want. If you are a February baby, then you would want the amethyst and iris set. And if you're a March baby, you'll want to wait and see what Ezra has in store, but I can tell you this. It's going to be daffodils and aquamarine, maybe, I think. But it's really pretty, and all of these that Ezra creates are they're just really beautiful. Okay, so it's going to be daffodils. Let's see. I don't know if I have anything else to tell you, except that we have like some really cool things in the works in the next few months. So stay tuned here so you will not miss any of those announcements. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Christy, and I am the owner of Junk Journal Boss, and what I do is create folios mostly for my Etsy shop. I am starting to do collections, and it's been really fun. So if you like the whole a whole bunch of different things like paper and papers and ephemera and envelopes and all that stuff together, you'll be able to go shortly into my Etsy shop and figure out which one of the sets that you want. And now you're not going to have to purchase them separately. You're going to get them for a single price of $19.98 for the whole collection, not counting the folio. The folios will remain as they are, but I want to tell you that I'm not sure if there's a sale going on right now, but I saw it yesterday that everything was 50% off over in my shop. So, yeah, head over there real quick and go see, because you'll be able to get collections, folios, singular products for 50% off. So that's a pretty dang good deal. That's from 50, I think, from like something around 50 cents or 49 cents to, all the way up to like maybe $4 or something, $6. I don't know. Go see though. Okay, let's make a mini book. So I'm starting off with, I think it's gosh, I can't remember how this measures, but it's like a 270 GSI maybe. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But we're going to start with basically a thick piece of cardstock. And I think maybe I'll just cut this up a little bit. Let's see how many of these we can get. So I'm starting out with the thickest cardstock that I have. But we're going to start with, and that is going to, these are going to be like my base piece. So let's see if we have, so I'm starting out with 8.5 wide. And let's see. That is going to, if we have 8.5, oh no, it's 8 wide. Okay. If we have 8 wide, then we want to probably do 3, 3, and 2. All right. And I'll show you how that's going to work. But let's go ahead and do some scoring here. If we have 8 wide, then we want actually, it's not going to be 3, 3, and 2. You know what it's going to be? Hang on, let me see if I can find my scoring tool real quick. 3, and 2. It's actually going to be probably like, let's go with 2.5. Oops. Put this on there. Actually, hey, if you're here, say hey. If you want to, you don't have to. If you don't want to. But I love to see who's here. Okay, so 2.5 and then 3. This is where you're making your markings. And then, let's see, 5.5. Scrap this one. Okay, so, and 6. So 2.5. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're making actually a spine for this. And so I don't want to get my head in the way because I keep getting my head in the way of the camera, and I'm really trying hard not to do that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and there's one. Get my head in the way because I keep getting my head in the way of and I want to I want this to be even. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and with that one. There's one. I hope that turned out okay. All right, and then these are really hard to see actually, so I'm just trying my best to get these as straight as I can get. Oh, I think that's not the one. Yeah, I think it's this one. Right, and then these are really hard to see. That's what happens when you make marks that you don't need. All right. Hi, Kelly. Oh my gosh, I think of you a lot when I see you in on Facebook. I'm just like, man, that is like my kind of person, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Really glad you're here, Kelly. Oh my gosh, this one is kind of when I see you in, not straight on Facebook. I'm just like, man, that is. But which one is it? Oh, okay, it's this one. My kind of person, Kelly. All right. let's just do this this way and make this flush. And you know, when you make mistakes on these, it's really not a big deal at all. You can always, with a junk journal, you can always create. Okay, you can always create something to cover up any of the mistakes that you make, or any of the things that you don't want to see that you did. It's not a big deal at all. Okay, I would like to know where my brayer is, but I don't. You can always create something to cover up any of and that figures because, hey, it's me. Things that you don't want to see. It's me. It's me and my ADHD. So, oh, I get you. I get you, Kelly. It's me. It's me and my ADHD. It's a rough winter for us too, but probably for different reasons. I hope for different reasons. No! I'm so glad you're here. Oh my gosh. So just so you know, Kelly, I will be, and anybody else who's listening, I will be on YouTube every Wednesday at 2. I may have some conflicts coming up, so if that's the case, though, I'll probably post in the community and let you guys know that I'm not going to be here. But for the most part, this is what I'm doing. And then, as an additional little treat for you guys who are already here and want to keep going, you can hop on to Twitch. And I'll be on there doing a different project. For the most part. And that project is how to turn a little golden book into a junk journal. So if you're in my Patreon, it doesn't matter if you are paid or not, I think. No. Okay. YouTube is 2 Pacific, and the Twitch is 3 Pacific. So that's that. Okay. All right, so now I've got a little fold out mini book, and I made it kind of thick, and I like to do that because I really want to be able to put extra things in here. All right, so when I make mini books, here's one example. I have a whole bunch of mini books, and I don't know where they are, but here's an example of another kind of mini book, and I made all this out of scraps and everything. But basically, I just wanted to show you, you know, you can put anything in there. You can put fabric, stickers, or fussy cuts. Oh, that doesn't look good. What happened? Actually, this one wasn't really done. But anyways, you can put a whole bunch of different things in here, decorate it however you want. And yeah, just put me on your calendar, Kelly, and we can hang out on Wednesdays. All right, so what I like to do with these mini books is I like to make mini signatures. So I'm going to go ahead and get my Astrobrights out. I love Astrobrights. They're like my favorite. Does anybody have a favorite paper they like to use? This is just paper, so it's not cardstock, but you can get Astrobrights in cardstock and in papers, you know. But I do think that these are 24 pound, which is really super nice. But and then you can get a cardstock, and it's probably just like a standard cardstock, but in the Astrobright colors, which are really delightful. So these are 24 pounds, which is really so nice. I can cut these. I can take one piece of paper and cut them. Let me just take one of each. I think I'll take one of each color. because I think this is a really cool color scheme anyways. And so I can take one piece of paper and cut them. Let's see. So I'm actually going to make this to go inside of my little golden book. And I bought these papers specifically for that project. So it'll go really nicely. And I'll just go ahead and follow that. So I'm actually going to make plan there to go inside of my little golden book. All right. And I bought these papers specifically for that project. So it'll go really nicely. And then we're going to cut these pretty much exactly like we cut these other pieces. And I believe it's 3, 3, 3, and 2. Nice. Looking forward to hanging out with you, Kelly. Pretty much exactly like we cut. Okay, let's see. Other pieces, and I believe it's 3, 3, 3, and 2. Nice. Okay, I think I got them right. Yes, I did. Okay. So, now I have, let's set that aside. So here are some little pieces of paper from my little golden book. They're just they are just these pieces that were part of when I removed the binding from the little golden book. There's a couple of staple marks here, but I'm going to just go ahead and work on them a little bit with my fingernail. Okay, and I am going to use these here, or maybe I'll do these. I don't know. Let's see what the colors are and see if we can find them that work, you know, with generally with this color scheme. Is anybody else like a total like color palette geek? I really like doing color palettes generally with this color scheme, but I'm not really that great at putting them together myself. Okay, here's two that are pretty similar. I think I might use like maybe this. But I'm not really that great at putting a 3-inch out of the middle of this. So, okay, here's two that are pretty similar. Let's just do a quick. I'm going to cut some of this off because I don't want it to start until after this white line. And then, let's see. So if you guys want to get the supplies list for this, you guys can join my Patreon. You can join for free, or you can join on one of the tiers and get all the perks that are promised in there. So if you guys want to get, and if you want to find me, just go to patreon.com and search for Junk Journal Boss. Or you can. I don't have my, I don't have a person like, how Ezra was being my person that would grab all the links and everything for me. Oh, this might be too long. Let's see. Yeah, but that's, oh no, maybe not. So, I'm sorry that I don't have the links already, but if you can't find me somewhere, please ask, like in the Junk Journal Boss group or something like that, on Facebook. But just a fair warning, guys, I'm moving my, I'm moving my community to Patreon, and that's the reason why, I have that free tier. And, so the free tier is going to get, some things from time to time. Just a fair warning, guys. So if you, where's my scissor? If you would like to join that and kind of keep abreast of what is going on, or get like some extra little freebies and stuff, you can join my Patreon over there. And so yeah, I'd love to have you over there. So that's what my spines are going to look like, and that's pretty cool, right? Love it. And then you know, I'm just so Ezra is unable right now to be online with me. I really miss having him, but it's just, you know, can't be done right now, I guess. And so I'm on my own. I am on my own. So this, the measurements for this is, it's just, you know, let's see. Can't be done right now, I guess. What do I want to use? And so I'm on my own. I lose things faster than anything. Okay, this is going to be 2.5, 3, 5.5, and 6. Everything is okay with Ezra, but he's going to be having a surgery next next month, so he's getting ready for all of that. And so, yeah. Everything is okay with Ezra, but he's going to be having a surgery. Oh yes, okay, yes. Next month. He is okay. I saw him today, and he's doing all right. So yeah. I'm sure at some point he'll be back. Oh yes. Okay. Yes. You're so sweet, Kelly. He is okay. Oh, you know what? I don't have to do my signature this way. Okay, wait a minute. All right. So we'll go ahead and do this particular one here. And let me see. That should just fit in. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut this here. That's funny. I was making the cover out of this, but yeah, I don't need to do that. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to do 2.5. And now I've got my little bitty signature. And so I know, I've missed you too, Kelly. I was hoping you would be back. I hope you guys are all okay from your difficult winter. Our family also had a difficult winter because my dad passed, and it was a really quick thing that happened. From diagnosis to death, it was something like 30 days. So yeah, it was kind of rough, but it was a really nice time for our family to reconnect and all that. And one great thing that came out of it is that I get to see my brother every week, which, you know, we haven't had much of a relationship at all, and it was because of me. But you know, I just didn't want to. I guess I just didn't want to meet or something, or hang out or whatever. But I'm really, really happy to have my brother back. Okay, so I'm cutting these about 5 inches here. And I think this time I'm going to make a little mark that I can actually see. Maybe this pencil will work. Yeah, about 5 inches here. So, that whole thing has made my life incredibly busy. So, I am trying to make sure that I'm not too busy for you guys. So, because really this is an outlet for me, and I'm grateful for it. Thank you, Kelly. You know, it actually was a really sweet time for all of us. Of course, we didn't want to lose Dad, but we really got to spend some time with each other and get to know each other a lot more. And you know, since I've reconnected with my cousin and my brother, and it's just been very sweet, you know, the whole thing. So and get to know each other a lot more. And you know, since I've reconnected with my cousin. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna make 2 more. And it's just been very. I think I want to make it a different color though. So I'm gonna fold it a different way so I can get a different color. Okay, and then let's see if I'll do maybe this one here this time. So I'm gonna fold it a different way. I don't know where the purple went for that one, but maybe I can just pull it out of here. Let's see if I'll do maybe this one. Yeah. And then just put it over this one. Yes, that's perfect. Do you guys like jewel tones? I don't know if you've noticed, but I really do. I like jewel tones. I like goth colors, or non-colors, I guess you could say. Yes, that's perfect. Oh man, do you guys I didn't like jewel staple tones? That right. I don't know if you noticed, but I really do. I'm not eyeballing these very well. I like jewel tones. I like goth colors, or non-colors, I guess you could say. Yes, that's perfect. Oh man, do you guys like jewel tones? That right. I don't know if you noticed, but let's see. I'm not eyeballing these very well. All right. I like jewel tones. I like goth colors, or non-colors. So you know, stuff doesn't really come out perfect, you know, in junk journaling, and you don't want it to anyways. Hi, Darla. Hello. Yay. Yeah. What we're doing right now is we're making a mini book, and I'm making this to go inside of my actual Hi, Darla. Hello. Inside of my actual what we're doing right now is little golden book. So I'm making these 3 signatures, and I'm kind of thinking, I wonder how I'm going to put those in. And I might want to cut these down just a little teeny bit. I'm glad you could make it, Darla. I'm glad you're back too. Kelly just got here, and I'm super stoked to see her and you too, because I really hadn't seen you guys in a long time. Probably due to the time, the times I was having stuff. You know, it doesn't work for everyone. Sorry for this noise. I just realized, you guys, that I am like a super noisy person. And I had no idea for really all my life. But anyways. Okay, so we've got our 3 signatures, and I think what I want to do maybe is I don't really want to sew them. Super noisy person. Yeah, due to life for sure. I don't really want to sew these in. Because of this. I should have thought of that. If I had had the forethought, I would have sewn these in and then glued this on top. And that is a really cool way to do things. But I think what I might do instead is just use some elastic. So let me go grab my black elastic. I should have thought of that. If I had had the forethought, I would have sewn these in and maybe... And that is a really cool way to do things. But I think just a minute, I'll surprise you. Instead is just use some elastic. So let me go grab my black elastic. I should have thought of that. If I had had the forethought, I would have sewn these in and then And maybe okay, so you guys, I am not sure if this is where what I'm looking for is, but I have gotten a lot of jewelry from my mom's stuff, and she passed back in 2011. So, but I got some really interesting little pieces that I thought might be fun to use, and maybe even some beads. Gotten a lot of jewelry. Look at this, you guys. These are so funny. I don't know what these were for. I have a feeling they were for when my dad worked at Home Depot, you know, and he was maybe the guy that made the keys or something. Hi, Michelle. And so I have these, and they're so cute. I don't know what these were for. I have a feeling they were for when I'm trying to see if I'm going to be, you know, and he was maybe the guy that made the keys or something. Hi, Michelle. And so, okay, so you can see them. I had to wait until the delay caught up with me. But yeah, so I have these little keys, and I think I might want to use these in some way. So I'm not really sure yet, but I think they're really cute. And I don't want to, I had to wait until the delay. I don't want to miss the opportunity to use those, because it's really like, it's Haunted Mansion, right? Those are the keys to it. So there. Yet, but I think they're really cute, and I don't want to. Oh, look at this! It's not on topic, but I think this is so cute. Did anybody else watch Pink Panther when they were young? Those are the keys to it. So a lot of these things were just little things that I found in her stuff, and did anybody else watch? Really fun. I think I'm going to use this lock and the key for the Haunted Mansion. I really think that what I'm finding here is actually going to be better in the Haunted Mansion little golden book. So anyway, let's just grab a few beads. That would be good. And the Haunted Mansion. I really think that what I'm finding here is actually going to be better in the Haunted Mansion. Yeah, I have a few beads here. That might end up being pretty cool for this project. All right, so I have a few beads here. Let's see. Pretty cool for guys. If I don't answer, if I don't respond to your to your post, it's because I have forgotten what you were responding to. There's quite a delay, and also, you know, ADHD stuff. So there's always that. So I am going to put what you were responding to. Okay, so I already have the staples, and that's fine. I could have left the staples out, but the thing with this, the reason why I really like using this kind of elastic is because I can slip these out if I need to. Sometimes it's kind of uncomfortable to the reason why I really like using this kind of elastic is it's kind of uncomfortable to write inside of the junk journal. I can slip these. So if I need to. Sometimes I like to make them so that they'll slip back out, which is nice. So I'm going to put a couple of beads on the center one. I'm not going to put beads on every one of them because that's just too difficult to work with. I don't know if these beads are going to be able to, ouch. Which is nice. So I'm going to put a couple of beads on the center one. Oh yeah, perfect. Oh man. That's just too difficult. I guess I caught I don't know if these I caught right under my fingernail. All right. Ouch. All right. back to my regularly scheduled activities. Okay, so I guess I caught right under my fingernail. I've got two like beads and then one bigger faceted bead, and I think these beads all look really cool together. Okay, Kelly, see you later. I've got two like beads and then one I think I would like to maybe make these beads all look really cool together. Okay, Kelly, see you later. Some little knots like that on this side and on this side. So let me see how I can do this. I need to get it as close to the beads as I need it to be, as I can actually, and that looks pretty good. Okay, so this one is going to be the center. Oh no, on this side. No, that isn't right. Okay, somebody's messaging me on Facebook, but I don't know if they know I'm live streaming right now. So, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do a quick one of these, and so that leaves me with this. Almost looks cute, like as a hair thing, huh? Anyway, so I am going to, maybe it might be better if I just put it on here first this time. And so this is what that looks like. Oop. And then there's going to be one on this side and then one on that side. So once I have all that in, I'm going to just slip my little book into there, and I think I need to apply a little more glue right here. So once I have all that in, I'm going to just slip my little book into there, and because those threads, this sticky thread, the stretchy thread is, or the elastic thread is creating some friction with the paper that I glued onto the spines there. So okay, so this one I'm going to put here, and this will be the last. This will be the last signature I put in. So, okay, so right. So we'll close it like that and like this. But that means then we have, we want to put something special here. So first of all, I would love to put this here. But let me think. So we'll close it like that and like this. I really would love to use this, but I also want to. So first of all, I would love to put. I want to put something on the edge to kind of highlight that edge there, and maybe it will just be something like. I really would love one of these, just so that you can see it is the edge there, you know. And then I wonder what it would look like if I just went ahead and put that right over that. I think that looks pretty cool. Just so that you can see it is the edge there, you know. And then I wonder what it would look like if I just went ahead and put that right. So let me make sure this is flush. Looks pretty cool. Oh, this was not quite long enough, but that's all right. It's fine because a lot of the color on this is black anyhow, so I'm not going to stress on that. And so for this, these are kind of hard to glue on. So it's fine because I don't know that glue stick would be very good, but would be ideal would be like a double-sided tape, but I think we're just going to kind of go with it and see what can happen with this glue stick. This glue stick is kind of an experiment of mine because all of my glue seems to like just get really clogged up and stuff, and so it's kind of hard to. This glue stick is kind of an experiment. I almost kind of really love the way this looks. All of my glue seems to like. So I don't know. I think this just looks weird though. Okay. So I almost kind of really love the way this looks. This is what the front is going to look like, and that's coming along kind of cute. Hey, this glue stick actually kind of did work. Oh, maybe not. Let's try it again. Put a whole bunch of glue there and then not mess with it, right? This is what the front is going to look like, and that's coming along kind of cute. Okay, so we're going to go with that and then leave it alone. In the meantime, I'll show you again what this looks like, and that doesn't look half bad, you know. Sometimes the elastic thread or string really makes it kind of look, you know, tacky. But in the meantime, I'll show you. I think this looks pretty nice with these beads and everything, and then the uniformity of the strings. So, okay. Makes it kind of look. I keep doing that. Tacky. Okay, so I think this looks pretty nice. We've got that with these beads and everything. I don't think I want to use that. So now that's our mini book so far, and we could do more to embellish it, but I think I'm going to wait and see. Okay, so well, hang on. Maybe I could do a little bit more here. I do need a closure, so now that's our mini book so far. And we could do more to embellish it, but I don't want to use the elastic thread again. I think I'll probably find some kind of interesting ribbon, but a thin one. And I think that would be really cool. But in the meantime, I don't need a closure. We know how to make closures, right, guys? In the meantime, I think what I'll do is maybe make some small embellishments. And I don't necessarily want to, oh, there's my brayer. I don't necessarily want to put it in there white. So I'm going to see what I have here. I think I have some black. Distress oxide or red, but I think black is probably going to be the color I need. And so put it in there white. So I'm going to see what I have here. I have some black. Distress oxide or red, but I think black is probably going to be the color I need. So I've got these. You know, if you were at the at our retreat last year, you would have probably seen people using these rounded ones, tips, as opposed to the flat ones, and I'll show you both right now. So here's the rounded one, and then here's the flat one, you know. And this is the one that they seem to be using for these rounded ones, for as opposed to the like shading and stuff. So here's the rounded. So it doesn't necessarily look like it has a whole bunch of this is the one that they different like circle marks or whatever, because sometimes that's what happens. Like shading and stuff. So hang on, let me see. So it doesn't necessarily look like it has. Yeah, this is a whole bunch. If you do a circular motion, it looks a little bit more like circle marks or whatever, instead of like pouncing it down, you know. I don't know if that's a word. Is that a word? Let me see. So it doesn't necessarily look like it has. Yeah, but you just go in circles and it looks pretty cool. So that's where my creases are. So I think I want to go ahead and do that with this. I don't know if that's a word. Is that a word? I don't know if I can do a circular, but I need to, so it can have that look. I think I want to go ahead and do that with this. Let's see if we can use this. I feel like with a piece of fabric it would be nice. So it can have that look. And so, yeah, I think something's coming together in my head if we can use this. Okay, so you guys, I get my ribbon and stuff. If I find pieces somewhere, I just grab them and bring them home because I might use them in a junk journal. And a lot of times it's really good ribbon. Sometimes I get it from a thrift store. And sometimes, where'd the other little piece go? And a lot of times it's really good ribbon. I lost my little piece. Sometimes I get it from, I'll just make another. Oh, here it is. Bet you guys were all like yelling, it's right there. So, let's put it. I do feel like something needs to go behind this though. Bet you guys were all like yelling, it's right there. So, and then something needs to go here too. All right, so let's go ahead and make a little thing. And I think I'll go ahead and just gray this out just a little too. And then something needs to go here too. Okay, I got to be done with this in 5 minutes. Okay. So, overall, this Yoo-hoo stick it's working for me. You know, it's making it much easier for me to quickly do my crafting. So I think there's a button box in here that I got from my mom. So I'm going to go ahead and look in it and see if there's anything like super cool but flat. I mean, this is super cool, not flat though. This is super cool, also not flat. This is somewhat flat. It's just ooh, this is kind of cool right here. Also not flat, but you know what I can do? I can use some pliers maybe to take this part off. So I'm going to grab those. This is kind of cool. And here they are. Also not flat, but you know what I can do? And let's see what we can do here. Oh boy, that's pretty strong. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Oh boy, that's all right. So, not perfect, but pretty good. And now I am going to go ahead and use this art glitter glue. See, maybe I'm going to use it. Okay. So, I want to put that down like that. It's not really going to lay flat. So I wonder how creative I can be with this. Maybe I can put like another button here. Let it kind of overlap. Oh, maybe a little pearl. Does anybody know how to tell real pearls? If something is real pearl. I think that's cute. It's simple. And
does anybody know how to
I
tell?
think I'll just leave it like that. So my mom had a whole bunch of buttons. Do you know my mom used to, she used to make my clothes. So while I was looking around in her stuff and everything, I'd find, you know, some things like that. I should probably show you guys sometime some of the pictures that are, that I found of me as like 2-year-old and stuff. It's always fun to look at old pictures, don't you guys think so? So, all right, so this is kind of a cluster, so I don't know. Maybe I'm going to have to do it this way. But then it would mean I would have to do this.
All right, so
and kind of duplicate what I did over there. And that's fine.
Maybe I'm going to have to do it this way.
Oops. All right, just putting it on the edge there. And I think I'm going to kind of duplicate what I did over there. Do that. Cut it flush. Just putting it on the edge there. And I think I'm going to... And so now I have that. So this one's flat, so I think we can probably just close it this way maybe. And I actually want to use something like this, so I'm going to go grab one. And so now I have that. So this one's flat, so I think we can probably just close it this way maybe. And I actually want to use something like this, so find that. I'm going to go grab one. This isn't it either. So, I have all these boxes of stuff, guys, and one of these days maybe I'll like do a giveaway of some of my stuff, because I really do have very little. Just kidding, not very little at all. So let's see. So if we were to make this one the front, ooh, you guys, look at this. I can actually do this and keep it closed like that. Oh! Amazing closure. Okay, so let's see. I do want to use something like this, and it can overlap that, but I want to see what it looks like. Oh yeah, look at that. I might want to cut these like
okay, so
a little different, and I don't care if it frays, you know, I really just don't care at all. Matter of fact, I think I'll do a little fraying, but I just want it to look like, you know, a little bit different. And then I think I'll put it like that. Oops. And I think that looks pretty cool. What do you guys think? Another option would be to use like a cross, which is kind of, you know, a spooky sort of thing. But I don't think that would be, that we'd be able to tell that it's a cross. So no on that. Let's see. We've got this, but then I obviously don't want to put something over it. So I think we'll just go ahead and go with this big medallion. And so this is the last thing I could do, because I really got to go. I got really into this. But I'm going to go ahead and start doing the stuff, the actual Haunted Mansion book over on Twitch if you want to. So find me, Junk Journal Boss, on twitch.tv, and I will see you guys in a bit.
But I'm going to go ahead and start doing the stuff, the actual Haunted Mansion book over on Twitch if you want to. So find me, Junk Journal Boss, on twitch.tv, and I will see you guys in a bit. but I'm going to go ahead and start.